Hi, and welcome to a new reading. I'm here for you today with a pick a card reading about what is imprisoning you to move on or go further on your spiritual adventure in this life. So I already chose three groups. Choose with your intuition which card or cards you want to listen to. Click on the timestamp down below in the description box, and you will find me at the right time in the reading to tell you your advice or reading. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so these are the three cards you can choose from. So we have growth, creativity, and new beginnings. Okay, so I will start off with group number one. So group number one, welcome. You chose the growth card, and we're gonna see what is imprisoning you from moving on or growing. Because I feel like all the cards talk about something you want to reach. So it feels like growth is something that is going on. It's with this card, it's fall. So what is imprisoning you from moving on to growth is that there still leaves to be released of. I get the Fool. Gonna see which combination that comes with the cards. The Fool, Existence, slowing down. Yeah, so there is a sense of before moving on with the Fool, like jumping into something, there is a need to slow down and be really in the here and now to release those leaves that are still in this card. It is fall, so it's just a season, so it will go by with time, and then you will go on to your growth. So what is blocking you is actually a time frame and also a certain slowing down that needs to be done. Yeah, I see with the animal cards a lamb. I will read it out of the book because I don't necessarily remember the full story of the lamb. I know it's like innocence and pure energy. So there's also something. I feel like also keeping your innocence, and that is needed to get your innocence back or to keep your innocence. There needs to be a release of a part of the old self with acceptance and love. But you need to release it instead of trying to grow from it. Or yeah, it's like growing from it, but grow more with it instead of making that the base of your journey, because we all transform in our lives and get through different things. Oh yeah, I got it. Peaceful, prophetic, and patient. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. Yeah, so the meditation we got to, because with the existence and slowing down, to bring this lamp into balance, from being quiet, timid, and concerned to knowingness and inner peace. You need to do more meditation and listening to yourself and others. But I feel like mostly about your inner self. So what do you really want to grow into? And not necessarily what other people around you want you to become, but what do you want to become? What is in your core that you desire to do or to be? The lamp is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamp energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamp's message can channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and revertible. I don't know what that is. Until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. So there's a certain truth about you, about yourself, that needs to be listened to. But with time this will come, and also with meditation, and keep listening to your own body and also to the others around you. So they say like a message about your utmost inner self could come through other people. So like we're all animals. That's what I wanted to say, but we're all yeah, kind of animals, but we're all humans, and no one is actually better than the other one. So from everyone you can learn something, and I think this card is also putting a point on that. Like you can learn from a child or an animal that shows you a certain way of doing something, or like from every little situation you can learn something. So keep your eyes open and really start to make that space to listen to the universe or the signs, because I feel like you may be yearning for some signs right now, because you feel like you could you could be left out from your guides, or I don't know. And they're saying like when you will slow down a bit and start to try to release things from the past, instead of letting your mind float in that energy. Because when you're meditating, you will see what your mind is thinking about, and mostly it's things about the past that you learned already, or fears for the future, or that kind of things, or plans for the future. But it is here to release those things from the past, and listen to what lesson that may. For some people, there may be a lesson in past experiences that you could listen to, something which past experience has showed you something about yourself. What is a really strong part about yourself, or what is something that is really you. I get the creator, so there's some inside energy. This is also the yellow chakra. Oh no, the creator is the second chakra, but it feels like here it's the the yellow one in the middle. So I feel like there's a certain energy that hides deep within you, which makes you shine like yourself. Looking for words here, but there is some like coded information inside of you that is your pure energy, which brings something unique to this planet, and which can't be found by moving on or jumping into something right now. So that is why you're being imprisoned. It is to like it's not really an imprisonment, but maybe, but it's to help you to slow down and to realize the existence of yourself and listen to your inner knowledge and inner wisdom. But really, don't forget to listen to all the signs around you. Yeah. It is not a time to start fighting. I split it at this, I see it as it's not a time to start fighting and armoring yourself more for the things that you've experienced in the past, because we go through hard things, and it would be a normal road to think like I need to protect myself more from things like this. So you put on a lot of armor, but then it gets heavier and heavier. I see this whole story. So it gets heavier and heavier because you want to protect yourself from things you've experienced. And then there becomes a moment that this person has a hard time walking, even because it needs to carry a lot of walls that have been built up over time, and when that gets too heavy, you are forced to take a moment to yourself and to be still and to let go of certain armor that you don't actually need. Interesting. Okay, so I saw something weird outside. Okay, so just it was a lamp that was like going on and off and on and off, and then really slowly goes off, and then now it's going on again. What the hell is that? But like, why is it going like slowly out? Maybe it's also a sign, like sometimes you get a little glimpse of it, and then it leaves, and it leaves you hanging, like, and then you put all the armor on again. So it's a bit of back and forth right now in your life. But really, the slowing down is the best option, because if you will move on and jump into something new, you will carry all this armor, and everything that you will try is going to be so hard. And the universe needs you to trust and jump like the fool, but without the armor. Because if you take the armor with you, you will crash and fall really hard into some water, probably emotions, and you will drown in that. Because the armor is too heavy. And if you jump, and you will jump into the water, into the emotions, and you don't have any armor on, you will be able to swim and to survive like the fall. And you will be in a completely new energy. And this is where the universe wants to get you, and they want to you deserve that, but before that there needs to be a still moment, and it's not a punishment, it's not actual imprisonment from the universe. It's just for you to take off that armor, because there's been harm in your life, and we need to cleanse that out. Yeah, so group number 1, that is your reading. Let go of the armor, meditate, listen to your inner voice, and so you don't drown when you jump, and you won't. Hi, I'm back. The camera died. So what I was saying is, you won't drown. It's gonna be okay. But that is why you are being pushed or being held back to actually slow down, because the armor is too heavy right now. So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope it resonated. I hope I could help you with it, and maybe I will see you in the next reading. Have a lovely day, and goodbye. I will go to group number 2. So welcome, group number 2. You chose the card creativity, and we're going to see what is imprisoning you. Like I said with group number 1, it feels like all the cards that you can choose from is what you actually want to do. So here there's creativity, a flow of emotions, because we see a lot of water, and a certain flow of energy. So it could be that you're in a creative block right now. In any area of your life, creativity is everywhere. And we're going to see what is imprisoning you from having that creative flow back, or to get that creative flow. Okay, so let's see. I see your playfulness and conditioning together. So these 2 cards. It feels like what is holding you back is that you got the feeling that you can't be fully yourself. Like this is your inner child that is screaming like, I want to play with glitters and jump around and have fun and do whatever I want. But there's a certain sense of needing to act upon a certain norm of other people. And that is keeping you from being able to express yourself like you need to. Then we get the world is the 10 of Pentacles. And the source. So I feel like with this, for people in this group, it could mean that there is a money blockage, or a problem with money in your head, because the 10 of Pentacles, it's not perceived as money in this deck, but it holds that energy. Also, I see a rainbow in here, so that could also mean like that is blocking you. The rainbow, like also being able to be fully you. Yeah, so being fully you and accepting that you're that we're all from the same source, and that we're actually all the same energy, instead of like maybe there's an energy around you where you've been conditioned. Why you can't express yourself fully is because there's a certain judgment around you about being fully yourself. Also with gender or sexual preference or love preference. and this is keeping you from creating. So this is a certain guilt, because creativity is the orange chakra, the second chakra. I talk about this a lot actually in the in the last videos. So there's a certain creative block maybe going on for more people in the world right now, but with the source, it feels like there is a problem, or like a blockage with trying to fit into a certain norm and not being able to be yourself, like I said, but with a certain guilt about being yourself, or desire, what you desire to create or do, or who you love, that kind of thing. Um, hmm. How can we help group number 2 to get out of this imprisonment? Flowering, letting your flower open up, like trying new things, see what you desire, what makes you shine, or what makes you want to grow and open up to people. To what kind of people do you want to open up? Like, what kind of people do you feel like you want to share your energy with? And yeah. So there's a need to really ask yourself, what do you desire and what do you want? Maybe you don't want a relationship like with one person, like or like all those things. You could ask yourself, what would you actually like? And maybe you had a lot of thoughts because you were growing up in a certain way with the conditioning. But right now it's the time to really reflect on that. And also what in doing things, like what kind of things you do make you open up, like what kind of creative things you want to do, like maybe writing a book or making videos like I'm doing, or creating art, creating crochet things. Yeah, I have something here, so that's why I look that way. But yeah, like look into different ways of creativity, or putting out your creativity, expressing yourself. In which ways do feed your flower the most, like that. Deflowering is also a thing, right? I don't know what that means, but I heard that in my head. Yeah, I see a lot of blue harmony and exhaustion. So there is also a thing with expressing yourself. Maybe you feel like it is exhausting to talk to other people about something which is not perceived how you want it, or there's a way that you express yourself that doesn't create the effects that you need. And this is annoying, and this actually blocking that creative energy. So we want to get an animal card too. A moth. And a stingray. So I feel like when I get this in combination, right? I feel like the stingray is telling me that it's about the chakra. So when I look at this one, it's green mostly, and a moth, like a moth to a flame, is a thing, like being attracted to something, and green is the heart chakra. So what attracts you the most? Where do you move to, like a moth to a flame? I really feel like for some people it's like finding out who you actually love, or what kind of people or animals, I don't know. um, yeah. Fire ant. I feel some panic here too. Like for some people, internalized homophobia, and some panic at like the point you viewed yourself in the beginning too, like a sheep, and sheep is beautiful, it's a nice animal, but you are actually a fully different animal than you thought you were. And this is creating some kind of distorted view about yourself, because you need to reinvent yourself too. So this is why you're like kind of imprisoned right now, because you need to go upon this quest to seek who you love, or what you love to do, what triggers the moth inside of you to go through that light. Suppression and innocence. So yeah, don't suppress it. You're okay. You're okay like you are, and you're beautiful as you are. Everyone loves differently, likes differently, expresses differently. So find out how you do it and how you want to do it, what makes you feel yeah, like you're desired, or what how do you want to love other people, and who do you love. And these things, if you will find those things out, it's going to be a nice adventure, I will tell you that. But after that, you're going to get that creative flow also. So that is holding you up from getting the creative flow. And also a really important thing about that is releasing the guilt you get from who you love. So group number 2, that was your reading, very special one. And I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated for you. And maybe I'll see you in a different video. Have a lovely day ahead of you. And yeah, it's gonna be okay. So I will go to group number 3, and we'll see what is imprisoning that group. So 1 second. It's raining like this whole day already. I like the rain though, but this is a lot of rain. Okay. Group number 3, welcome. You chose this card, which is New Beginnings, right? Yes, New Beginnings, number 2. Today is also 22 of 2, like February. So it's 222, and you got card 2 if you watch this video at this day. So that was just some some nice number. Oh, I get the Lovers, New Beginnings. Okay, what is imprisoning you from starting the new beginning? Clinging to past sorrow is coming out. Okay, so for you, group number 3, there is a certain sorrow from the past, a certain hurt which is clouding your mind from seeing the new path and the new beginning. There's a change happening in what you attract. So that's something that's happening, but with that also there's a release needed of the past. Silence and control. So maybe there is some thing with another person, that there is some power issue. It's like some of you ghosted one or the two ghosted each other, or there is some silence between two people in your life from the past, and this is actually holding you back from going upon a new beginning. There is a sorrow here, a sorrow of loss, or about how you've been treated, or how the situation went. And it feels like this other person is too, and that the consciousness, because I get consciousness and receptivity, it really feels like this other person has this energy too. So it feels like you are attracting each other's energy still in the realms by attracting this energy. And this is making the connection even stronger, which is making it harder to move on to a new beginning. So I feel like there needs to be some talk or some communication that is needed here. I see success and compromise. It's both sixes, and 666 is like a devil's number. I don't know if it's like the 66 could also be spiritual number, but for me right now, in how I see the cards that come out, it feels like this will be the devil card, combined with the numbers. I see the devil card because you first was success and then you get compromise. So it's like, it's a facade that, when you would make a compromise with this person or people, that you will receive success, because this is not a situation to move back into, because you see with the compromising it brings out a very green sluggish color, so it's completely blocking your heart chakra if you would try to do that. I don't blame you if you want to try that, because some relationships can be actually fixed, but then you don't compromise. You look for a mutual good outcome, and a compromise is both giving something into the situation. So you need to adjust yourself, and that is not what's been needed here. What is blocking? Patience. I see from one or the two of you, there is a lot of patience and belief that this will eventually be something again, or that there will be. Oh no, it's about the new beginning, because it's patience with a pregnant woman. So and pregnancy is also like a new beginning, a new creation, a new life. There's a new life coming for you, and there is patience needed, because a new life needs to be grown. And the universe wants to tell you that what is blocking you is this past sorrow and past clinging, to the past clinging, but that with patience, and you're already growing this new life. So there's not really an imprisonment. It's only in your mind space, because this new beginning is already, you're already pregnant of the new beginning, as I may, if I may say it like that. There's trust, and just jump into the universe's hands, because they all have it under control, and you don't need to compromise in the situation. The only thing that is needed here is time. There's needed time and forgiveness for yourself and for the other one, and going through pain that you've experienced, because pain is an emotion, and when you would push it down, it will get bigger and it will come up again and again. So let the emotion be there, respect it, give it the time to actually move through your body, and then releasing it without thinking too much about the actual problem. Because like, I'm gonna give you like a tip that I get for myself. Like sometimes when I get hurt from something, I'm a Scorpio, so believe me, I get hurt a lot. That's just a thing with me. But it's like when I feel some hurt from some situation or something, then most of the time I would, in the past, I was very emotional. Everything hit me hard, came through me, and I expressed it like immediately, crying, everything, blah, blah. So, and I got tired of that version. So, and right now I do it differently, because I experienced or I learned that your emotions have like a certain, like 1 minute, maybe less actually, but certain something like that of a duration. So when you're sad, it takes like a minute for you to, or anxiety, like that kind of thing, it takes a minute for you to feel that. But then your mind takes it over and thinks about all the things from the past, and that is preceding it. So it's like the emotion is a spark, and your head makes a fire out of it. And it's not that it's not true or not valid. It's just that the fire, the spark is needed and is there, but you have a certain control about how big you make the fire. And it's very frustrating, I know, but I have been there like a lot. trying to get out of that anxiety and out of that pain and everything. Like, it was such a heavy thing, and eventually I tried to really accept that I am a deep feeler. Like, I have deep feelings. So when I feel sad, like today, actually, I was sad just like 2 hours ago or something, and I was just sad about some things, and I was repressing it all day, and I was like, no, I just need to feel it and then let it out. So I give myself the permission and the room to accept and love my own emotions. Then I let it out. I cry and I release that pain and all these things. And then, like an hour later, it was an hour or something. So it is with different emotions differently, because the anxiety is different. That can pass faster or proceed very bad. And the crying is like differently. So wow, the moon is very big. Whoa. So, but with the crying, like, I just need to release it. I accept that I feel it and not blame myself for feeling it, or that I shouldn't feel like this, because that was my thing in the past, that I was like, you can't feel like this or you're too emotional, blah, blah, blah. But that makes it only worse. So love yourself and love your emotions, and let it just be, without thinking about all those things afterwards or during that thing. I'm just crying, and I'm like, oh, I'm crying. How that's sad, or that's hard. Like, that's what I think, and then try to block out all the other thoughts, or like not block out, but like mindfulness way. And then the sadness moves away pretty fast, and I'm able to move through my day like normal again, without being harsh on myself, for one, without suppressing the feelings, because they always come back in a certain form, and without like going through my whole day with the feeling. It's not like it's, and I respect it more, and I give myself more the room, and it just feels better. So I hope I could give you some tips in this situation to maybe move through that kind of thing too, if you're dealing with a lot of emotions. And just know that I really know how that feels, and it is hard, and it's also a process to, you can know this, and I can tell you, but it is easier said than done, believe me. So I fully understand if it's still hard, but it's just something to help you, and something to remind you that you are allowed to feel, and that clinging to the past is about the thoughts that you create around it, and not about the emotions, because you are allowed to feel the sorrow. But just try to keep out all the extra thoughts about yourself or about others from the past pain. So yeah, that was it, group number 3. I hope you had something, you could take something out of this reading, and have a lovely day ahead of you. Just know that there's more people like you, and that you're not alone in that. And yeah, I hope I see you in a different video. Have a lovely day, and bye.